You did that quick.
And
That
we're
is
live.
That worked way better than I thought it was going to.
We got Aang, we got Johnny Cash, we've got maybe
Regular
Jack Torrance, and Macho Man here. The very generic versions of everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
What are you talking about? My Aang costume.
I mean, you are bald and an arrow. I mean, it's
definitely not painter's tape that I just put on my face.
Like in 0.2 seconds, honestly. That was so fast.
It was pretty quick. John,
I'm crafty.
I'm hoping you are dressed up as Waluigi as we speak.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome
He
to the
has to
movie.
be.
Welcome to the Movie Podium, everybody. We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week, we get together and talk about it. It's kind of like a book club,
But for movies.
But for movies.
but
You're so
for
close.
movies. It was
But for.
almost there.
But for what's
What
a but
is
for?
a but for?
For
So
pooping,
this week's
so-
film is about a man named Jack and his family. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
I'm coming down!
Come and play with us.
So just out of, I guess, to point that out, and I'm sure Sawyer knows, that is actually a trailer that is new because they are putting this movie on IMAX December 12th.
Ooh.
I know, it's so crazy. I just watched it and I was like, oh, well, I mean, obviously the episode's going to come out earlier, but I was like, man, that would have been awesome.
I know. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, Clarissa says, tasteful costume, Eric. See?
Thank you, Clarissa. I had every intention of getting a costume, but then I forgot because I was busy today. And we just realized that no one dressed up or
I mean, this is all
Dressed.
pseudo.
dressed down.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
I had to elevate
Step
some
it up.
stuff.
Yeah, step it up. Yeah, we just needed some more. You just go get an orange shirt and you'd be fine.
Yeah, that's it. Orange bathrobe actually would be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if we have any orange towels. I could text Julie to bring me an orange towel.
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious. All right, well, tonight we are asking, does The Shining make our podium for best horror movies based on books of all time? Cheers,
that-
everybody.
Cheers.
Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
jumped the gun there. Sorry.
This is hilarious. My high
the
school
Avatar.
car was the Avatar.
Amazing.
Very funny.
Did you have an arrow on that car?
That would have been great.
I hope so.
And I hope it was
Mr.
orange.
Movies is seeing this.
What is it?
Mr. Movies, is he watching?
Oh, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
I guess that's more. I mean, we like it, but it's a young. Avatar's a younger show too, right? It came out what?
I think it was early
Early
2000s?
2000s.
Early
Yeah.
2000s, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
watching the first season.
Yeah.
But I am a little younger than you guys, too. I'm like 4 years younger than you.
It was
You dang
chalkboard.
kids.
That's awesome. Yeah, right.
The,
I'm your
I have
host. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Let me tell my story, man.
Please.
I have a friend who works at Nickelodeon, and he knows the people who created Avatar and did the music for Avatar, and I'm very, very jealous.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
wow.
amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, my only
that
claim
was
to
the
fame.
extent of it.
Oh well, my only claim to fame is I watched with my kids.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's fine
That's
too.
it. No, yours is cooler. Well, I'm your host, Matt Scott. I'm here with my dudes, Eric.
Hello, Matt Scott.
Hello, Matt Scott. Yeah, yeah, I did add the last name there. It just comes off the tongue, you know. Cooking
Sure
with
does.
Kevin.
Hey, that's me.
And
It sucks that Kevin has his own theme song.
I know.
I know. One day.
You didn't
One
give me
day.
the lyric.
I know. I didn't want to today.
And it's probably the last song that I made. Well, Kelly and I made.
That's your
Or-
career.
That's you singing?
Music
tell.
savant is what I hear.
Yes.
I get it all the time, just like
Yep.
Kubrick.
Oh, yeah.
Me and him, same breath.
Yeah.
And our guest of the night And I believe this is your first live episode that's not the movie draft.
Yeah, the movie draft is the other live episode. Yeah, it's my
Nice.
first live. For sure.
We're popping a lot of cherries. First we had High Scorsese, and then we have
Dear God,
Sawyer.
What a phrase.
It's a
what
good.
the hell
No,
is
I
wrong
know, it
with
makes
you?
It's a phrase.
It's a phrase. It's a phrase.
I know it's a phrase, but good God, dude.
I'm excited to be on a regular episode too, and not just like Movie Podium with friends, like side thing. It's nice. to
Yeah,
just,
this is the full real deal. We got
I know.
all the
I got the whole
questions.
list, all the questions.
Minus
Yeah.
Maybe -1. There's a
Yeah.
tease. We might throw out one.
You have all of the questions unlocked in this level.
Yes, I've made it. All it took was 4 Batman movies.
Which
Yeah,
they
because, I
haven't
mean-
all aired.
Yeah, the 4th movie is still pending.
Some could
Ooh,
say,
that might be.
It's been a while.
since we saw you on the channel.
Yes, it has.
That the 4th episode is buried somewhere.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in the archives.
The archive, the Bat archives, the Bat
The Batchives, yeah.
archives. Yeah,
Let's
there
just
we
say
go.
the
Batchives.
Bat Cave. The Bat Cave.
It's buried in the Bat Cave.
That
Honestly, right
totally
now,
makes
I'm so distracted by Eric's arrow on his head and Matt trying to wear a hat on top of his headphones. It's hard to.
We'll
take
see
any-
how long I can wear this.
Yeah, I could adjust, and I probably will here in a second.
If Julie gets on
Oh,
and
yeah, go
sees it, she'll be super proud of me, I think.
Matt
Nice.
needs
And
to
if
be a conehead
she's she's
right now.
good, then I can take it off.
go ahead. And Sawyer from Film Haven Reviews. Sawyer, anything you want to plug tonight?
Just doing my thing every Friday. I got a new episode, Spotify, Film Haven Reviews, and then of course on Instagram and on YouTube. So all the places.
Awesome. What movie are you doing tomorrow?
So tomorrow's Dr. X from 1932, which is actually really fun. It's kind of a weird like mix of like Three Stooges meets Silence of the Lambs. I'll say that.
Oh, very
Three
nice.
Stooges meets Silence of the Lambs meets like some kind of weird like 50s sci-fi.
All right, sweet. Everybody be out the lookout for that. I know that Sawyer is a big horror fan, so very excited.
Julie
about
texted
this.
me, and she said, "That's my husband." Just a picture of me with my
I was
arrow.
quick thinking.
Yeah,
That is-
I'm kind of proud of it.
It's hilarious.
Thank you, Carissa.
All right. Well, let's get into this. Oh, sorry. Actually, before we do, I got to plug our Patreon guys. Before we get into this episode, we'd like to thank all our Patreon members who've been supporting us or following us on our podcast journey. If you haven't checked it out, join our and get some casting credits and also have access to our private Discord. We were actually just chatting it up the other day. Marcus and Alex, life is busy. We all know for sure.
Busy. Yeah, if anyone wants to check that out, it is patreon.com/the Movie Podium. And thank you everyone who checks it out.
Yes, thank you.
Air.
I love the banner. That's really cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Thank you.
Eric designed it himself.
Wow, you're my boy.
You're my
Hello,
boy, Lou. Oh my god. All right, let's do random ass facts.
Very good.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of this is kind of new since last time Sawyer's been on.
Yeah, that's a new one. At least since I've been on. I think I've seen it in episodes I've watched, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
'Cause-
everyone.
Yeah, every single one. I've tuned into each one. Know every line.
We don't even know that. This got a 8.4 on IMDb or a 1.4 Thor. I had to rhyme this time. And it's a little higher than our last movie. I just want to point out that.
What was the last? Oh, right. The pro wrestlers one. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Pro
enough.
Wrestlers vs. Zombies. Shout out to Cody Knotts, who
Yes.
actually commented, the director of the movie commented
yeah.
on our last YouTube. We were pretty excited about that.
So
Apparently, he's busy with some movie stuff I found on his YouTube, and there's a lot of shout outs on Instagram, but no handles, so kind of interesting.
I was trying to find his account because I went to the filming location of the last scene
Right.
in that movie today, and
How awesome is that?
I wanted to pay my respects.
It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
He's still alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shane
definitely.
Douglas isn't.
Pay your. Oh
No, Shane Douglas is. Oh, he's not alive in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
He's
No, I'm
alive in
sorry.
real
I'm
life.
sorry. Yeah, probably. I think so. I don't know.
I mean, it's been a week, I guess.
Been a while.
It's a hard
Yeah,
week.
play it again.
So
So
It's been a
8.4.
while.
I have a few facts. Sawyer, do you have any facts? I feel
got-
like you might have a few.
I've got plenty.
Yeah, I figured, and also I have a couple that I'll sprinkle in with some of my answers.
Yeah, I
I don't
did
want
the
to give them
same.
all. Yeah, so it's not. I don't want to dump them all.
Yeah, for sure.
But one thing I did
What
want
are you
to.
talking about dumping, man? Good
Dumping
God.
and-
Cherries and dumping? You're gross, man.
I'm sorry. It's good Thursday night.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Almost Halloween, Eric.
Is it not Halloween? I don't know when Halloween
That's
is.
It's
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
It's
I
the
can't wait.
All Hallows Eve.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So I won't go into every conspiracy because we know that this movie has generated so many conspiracies. I mean, there's a documentary on it, there's stories, books. I mean, there's everything under the sun about this movie, or really the conspiracies around the movie. But one of my favorites is the theory that Kubrick made this movie as a confession that he had something to do with the filming of the moon landing, or
Yeah.
faked the moon landing.
Yeah, Apollo 11.
Yeah, Apollo 11. Now, I'll go through a few of those funny theories, or
Yeah.
what points to those. In the first scene, when Danny first encounters room 237, he is seen playing on the carpet that resembles an aerial photograph of the launch pad of Apollo 11.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
It also
He's
looks
wearing-
like carpet.
In a hotel, yes.
it does.
Interesting point, Eric.
Yeah.
He also wears an Apollo 11 sweater. Danny does.
He does. That's a cool sweater, by the way.
Yeah, it's almost like kids like cool sweaters.
Yeah.
Space and things.
Even
rocket
though I
ships.
talked about, so actually, whoops, I skipped the one other fact, which I'll go back to, but a lot of people are saying that the reason the number is 237, which there's another reason for that, was that it's the distance of 237,000 miles from the Earth to the moon.
Wow.
So not the
crazy.
same number at all.
No.
That's funny because it definitely kind of loads into my favorite esoteric kind of conspiracy thing, but I'll get into that when you're done with the moon landing.
I got a couple more, not too many, but there are tons of boxes of Tang that are visible in the pantry. Which, again, if you're going to be trapped somewhere, it's probably makes sense. The unplugged TV when Danny and Wendy are watching TV in a room is kind of a metaphor, or suggests that maybe the footage is not real. Jack's contract with the hotel company or whatever is also a metaphor for Kubrick's contract with the government. Can't talk about it.
That one's a stretch.
I mean, well, yeah, you're right. And the last one is, last but not least, we get the Gemini twins. The twin girls that Danny encounters are a reference to NASA's Gemini space program.
Okay.
The biggest thing on that, they're not twins. They're 8 and 10 years old.
Don't they look
They're
like
sisters.
twins?
They do look like twins, but they are, yeah, I guess they're sisters. They're like different age sisters, yeah.
Interesting. So what was your conspiracy?
Oh, my favorite one that I found was the reoccurring number 42. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, this one's actually kind of crazy. So in the parking lot, when you first see the Overlook Hotel, there are 42 cars. In the scene where Danny is brushing his teeth, he's wearing a shirt that has 42 on the sleeve.
Oh.
On the TV, when they're playing down, he's like playing with his like truck or whatever, and then there's the TV there. They're watching a movie called Summer of 42. Room 237, 2 times 3 times 7 equals 42.
Oh no.
Of course, we're getting into numerology here.
Yeah,
what's interesting
that's
about
Matt's favorite thing.
Yeah,
What's
Not
interesting about that
It's
point?
23.
is that I listened to the book in preparation,
Yeah.
and so like, and I'm gonna try not to be that guy the whole episode, but like there is, I did notice that like in the book the number is 217. It's room 217.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I was like, okay, why did they change it? And
Yep.
that would, I mean, there's a reason right there, maybe, if he's trying to do this 42 thing. Another thing is Jack Nicholson was 42 during the filming of the movie.
Huh.
And Halloran's license plate in the movie, the number 42 is visible. So there is like a lot of 42s.
Didn't know the 42 one, but that's a wild, hilarious.
Yeah, I was listening to a guy.
No,
who
there's
also
no conspiracy there, right? It's just like a connection. Or
some people think that it's because it's some kind of reference to the Holocaust, because the final solution was enacted in 1942, which I don't get the actual connection there. Another one too was talking about like twins, and this is more numerology stuff. Like 42 divided by 2 is 21, and the twins, and then there's like a duality, and I'm like, okay, you lost me. But it is pretty. It's interesting. It does come up a lot. It is one of those things. Sure. Apparently, in the gold room, there's like supposed to be 42 like chairs and seats, like tables.
I would say the weirdest is the chair, like things that are just being placed there. That's kind of the weird one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Right. I mean, the number or doing the math, the numerology stuff, that stuff drives me nuts, because I can come up with a way to get to any number in some sort of way.
It's that classic like coincidence issue, like JFK and Abraham Lincoln having all these like connections to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's
So
I have one fact on that I want to touch on, just because it was touched on a little bit, and it's more of a straightforward fact. The room was 217 in Stephen King's novel.
Right.
Yeah,
And,
I have that fact. This fact,
was,
but go ahead.
Yeah, it went to 237, and it was because the hotel, which was the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, was afraid of people not wanting to stay there in the room 217 in the hotel. So they changed it to 237 because that room doesn't exist in that hotel.
Oh, okay.
Which is hilarious, because now everybody wants to stay in guess which room?
Right, 237. I was thinking, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, but I guess, I don't know, that true crime and like horror and enthusiasts and like tourism
that
has
was
always
in
been a thing.
1980, right?
Yeah.
I would say it was a little different. Maybe I understand then, but now, I mean, it's like a cult. I mean, more than a cult classic. So like, everybody wants to stay there.
Right.
Everybody wants some.
Let's see if one thing that I read that was interesting. Sawyer, you'll probably appreciate this, or maybe you saw this, but The Shining was inspired by Eraserhead. And I can totally see yours. It totally makes sense. I mean, some of the scenes in Eraserhead are haunting.
Right.
Obviously, the baby crying scene is one everybody thinks about, and how, I mean, obviously the raw emotions that you feel as a parent, like, can't baby stop crying, and that whole blur. I mean, you can definitely see the fingerprints from that aspect with Jack Torrance and how he's trying to cope with that with his family.
Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely think that, and I'll kind of get into this a little bit later, but like The Shining and Eraserhead's a good example too of that kind of cerebral, like more primordial horror that is now popular. It's like very popular now, but it wasn't back then. So like that was definitely some new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the last one I thought this was pretty wild, and again, this is kind of based on the book, but the set of this actually burned down. A huge fire broke out toward the end of shooting, which destroyed several set pieces that had to be rebuilt. Ironically, the book ends with the hotel burning down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big one for me, because it's been a while since I'd watched the movie, and so when I listened to the book, and I was like, yeah, dude. When I watched the movie, when I read the book, like at the end of the book, the boiler explodes and the entire Overlook explodes, and like it's a totally different ending.
Which is kind of cool, actually, because there's a scene, a subtle nod to it, and I'm sure I don't remember the book. I mean, I had to read it at some point, but there's a scene where she's down there checking the boiler. Is there more
Yeah.
reference to that in the
What's-
book?
It's so funny. Like I pointed that out too when I was watching it with Allie. I was like, yeah, she's checking the boiler, which she never does in the book. Like,
Okay, that's
he's
what I was
always
thinking.
taking care of the
Yeah.
boiler, and it
Yep.
makes him look even more like a deadbeat dad in this movie
Yeah.
because he's
Right.
he's at the very least doing his job in the book.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's
No,
getting
he
up at
doesn't even
11 a.m.
Yeah,
and
he
she's
never
bringing
does
him
anything
break-
the
No, he
whole
does
time.
not.
In the
Yeah,
book,
but-
it goes through chapters of him like taking care of hornets' nests on the roof, and he's like. But one of the
Yeah.
issues is in the book is that he goes down in the boiler room, and that's where he finds all these newspaper articles, and he gets obsessed with reading about the history of the Overlook, and that's where you learn about the stuff that's going on, like in the
And it's
movie,
kind
the
of
ballroom.
playing
and-
tricks on him.
Yes, it's kind
I
of getting
see.
him obsessed, and that kind of like then he starts thinking about wanting to write a book about the Overlook, and that's like it's a totally different rabbit hole than that's in the movie.
So it was kind of a way to shorten the script.
Oh,
to
they had
combine it
to,
in.
of course.
There's several different versions
mean-
of the shortening of the book in the movie for sure.
Yeah.
Had to, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can't make a 5-hour movie or a sequel to a horror like this. You
Yeah.
had to condense it in some
You
way.
could if you wanted to.
I do. We'll get into it a little bit later, but I do kind of wish that they would have maybe extended it just a little bit. I mean, Lawrence of Arabia existed before this. I mean,
Sure.
you could do a 3.5-hour movie if you really
I'd be
wanted
fine
to.
with 3.
Yeah, 3.
And
3 would be good.
Like Kubrick had done longer movies,
Yeah.
right? This isn't long.
It's
I'd say this
is
is
it
probably
242? What is it? Or 224?
232. 232, I think. So
Yeah,
like
just
he could have
over
went a
2.5.
little longer.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it. I'll be honest.
No, it doesn't. It
It-
doesn't. It things happen really fast. That's one of we'll get into it later, but that is an issue I want to talk about later.
Yeah.
I did have one thing.
Yeah, go for
you know,
it.
because this
I'm
is kind
done.
of this is kind of famous. You know, I had always heard that Shelley Duvall was basically like psychologically tortured by the filming of this movie.
Yep.
And I was talking about it with Allie, and she was like, "Is it really?" And I was like, "Let me actually look this up." And it's like a whole rabbit hole. I watched Vivian Kubrick, his daughter's
Yeah.
documentary about the
Yep.
behind the scenes, and then I watched this guy. It's a great. I'll actually send you the video link so you can maybe put it in the show notes. But it's like this 40-minute breakdown where this guy basically takes he read like 4 different like memoirs and biographies. There's a whole entire documentary about the compiling of a Kubrick archive that exists that has like hundreds of thousands of documents, and he basically like went through all this information to figure out what actually happens on the set of the show. I mean, of the movie, and what it comes down to is basically it's a little bit of everything. Like, yeah, there were some bad moments. Kubrick is a perfectionist. He was pushing too hard sometimes, but Shelley was also kind of inexperienced when it comes to this type of filmmaking.
Yes.
Like her first 10 years in filmmaking, she mostly worked with Robert Altman. And so
Yeah.
it was like she kind of had one guy that she was used to working with, and Kubrick is like a totally different experience.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say one thing that I heard, and maybe you'll touch on this, but like Kubrick was kind of irritable to her, but in a purposeful way, where it kind of showed on screen.
Right.
Is that kind of the
So
story? A little
that's
bit?
that's part of the kind of high, like that's been kind of high, kind of built up a little bit. There
Yeah,
is instances of that though. There's one in particular where he literally, it was because they had this one day of shooting where they really needed her to kind of get like be more terrified, and she wasn't giving it to him that morning. And so he sat some of the people down, the crew, and said, you know, I'm going to be mean to her and you're going to be mean to her. Then you guys, you need to be a little nicer to her.
Interesting.
So he did like a good cop, bad cop kind of thing.
Wow.
So that is some severe, psychological manipulation.
Right.
But it wasn't as prevalent as it sounded from like a lot of the
Yeah,
rumors.
well,
There was sweet
sure.
moments too. There was like a
Well,
lot of interesting kind of dynamics.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I understood about The Boy too. Danny didn't even know he was in a horror movie.
Yeah,
Kub-
Kubrick
Kubrick-
really. Yeah,
He was so like protective of
Mm-hmm.
the actor and that The Boy, that because The Boy is what 6 years old in this.
Yeah, it's
the
crazy.
Actor. So
the
like
actor himself is 6.
Kubrick didn't let him have any idea what he was in, which is awesome. I mean, imagine you're a 6-year-old and you know you're like in a terrifying movie, right? So
He was pretty incredible. Looking at that documentary, some of the shots, like the one where he's running in the kitchen hallway and he hides in under the table.
yeah.
Like he has Kubrick on a bullhorn, like yelling at him commands as he's running, like get more scared, look over here, look over there, and
That's
it's like
crazy.
and
He's
he's
a
doing it. He's
6-year-old.
quick.
Yeah.
Like he's like doing what he's told. It's pretty wild.
That is wild. Didn't Shelley Duvall lose? I also saw or heard that she like lost a lot of hair. Her hair thinned out.
So
Man,
that was one
all
of those
stressed
scenes.
out.
Yeah. So there's a whole scene in the documentary where she's like, my hair's falling out, and it's like 3 strands, and Kubrick like takes it and puts it to the camera and is like, this is nothing. So there is some dynamics there. But one of the things is that documentary is one of the things that is cited the most, but it's also heavily edited. And there were parts that were actually specifically had him being nicer, and he had final cut, and he didn't want them in the documentary. And so it's almost like he's pushing his own mythos in a way, like this whole perfectionist.
Like, he's he's a dick perfectionist, like, but he's actually nice behind the scenes.
The truth
Isn't that
is,
interesting? Most people want the opposite now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but the truth is that it was just a hard shoot, and for everyone.
Oh, I'm sure.
And one of the things, what I came to the conclusion is that I think the biggest issue is that they filmed the movie chronologically.
Yeah,
so
I did see that.
At the beginning, you have all these nice scenes, where everyone's being nice, and then the entire second third of the, or actually like 2/3 of the movie is just terrible.
Yeah.
So there was nothing to break up the like high stress kind of scenes, and so
good point.
She just had to constantly be in this place of like because she wanted to give a raw performance, and he's asking for a raw performance. And so like whereas Jack Nicholson was able to just kind of turn it on, I mean, like he was real quick with it. He kind of like adapted to Kubrick's style really quickly. Shelley just had a harder time, and so because of that, she was just like she made herself sick from just the stress and the like kind of being in that mode. So but she ultimately appreciated the whole experience. So that's one of the things too, because there's also like kind of a lie that, or like a misconception that it caused her later mental illness, like this was the movie that like ruined her, made her cuckoo, and like nah, she just struggled with mental illness. That was it.
Yeah, that's something I read the whole time, is that she actually appreciated this movie because it made her a better actress in general.
Yeah, she admitted that she resented him during the filming a lot because of what he put her through, but she also at the end of the day said like we're still good friends, like we had a good experience together overall.
Sure. Yeah, Elliot Smith says,
I think we might need to get into some questions.
Let's do it.
Because we've been talking a lot about random stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
But let's start talking about what we like.
Yes.
Yeah, we do have a lot of questions.
All right, let's get in our first question. Favorite thing about the movie? All right, Kevin, what do you got?
I actually put how the intensity builds in this movie with The Shining. Like there isn't really a gotcha moment, and it's Hannah's gotcha me, but it just keeps building and building and building until the climax of the movie, and the creepiness through storytelling instead of shock moments. Yeah. You don't get that. That in movies of this nature very often.
No, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it does build, and the music helps, and the way that
that's
it's
for later, Matt.
Oh, all right. What's yours, E-Rock?
Oh yeah, my favorite thing about the movie is when it's playing on the drive-through in Twister, and it's like, oh, it's headed right for us, and the guy's like, it's already here, and then the Twister goes through, and as he's chopping down the door.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing.
Your favorite part about the movie is how it's referenced in another movie.
Yeah.
Love that.
Eric loves horror movies.
If I had to say something else, it would be Sawyer and I were talking about this earlier, but like the iconic shots. Like even if you haven't seen this movie, you have seen the iconic shots. Like you've seen the kid riding a tricycle, or you've seen the two girls side by side.
Yeah.
Anything else really?
Bathroom scene.
Yeah, bathroom scene. But
coming through the door.
You're right. I mean, the movie is iconic to this point. All of those scenes you just mentioned, and we'll talk a little more about the actual scenes themselves here most rewatchable, I'm sure. But
Yes.
yeah, I agree. There's so many iconic scenes in this. So what's your favorite thing?
This one was actually really hard because I wanted to single out like 4 different things really. But then I realized that I think it was the fact that it's the way that all those things are put together that is my favorite thing, which is kind of a cop out. But at the same time, it's the way that the setting, like it's that marriage between the setting, the score, the cinematography, and the acting. Like the setting is just, I mean, it's the Overlook Hotel. Like, oh my God, you know? And then the score is like the building up, like you're saying, Kevin, like that building up is just so crazy. Like the start is so ominous, the bum bum bum, you know, that's so crazy. But then by the end, when that's like, there's literally a scene I'll talk about later that's like, I mean, the operatic, you know, climax. They're singing, you know, this like kind of choir opera, and it's like so good. And then even I was realizing it too with the act scene, you know, the music with that, it's corresponding so well. But that also comes to the acting. After watching the documentary and seeing how they're like focusing so hard on getting them to act certain ways and just like painstakingly over it, it's like, man, like. And then the cinematography, like when he starts, like the movie starting off with those like helicopter shots, and they're like spinning and turning. I'm like, is this 1980? Like this is 1980. Wow.
It feels like a drone, right?
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Wild.
It actually looks like a drone. That's a really good point, man.
That's the first thing in my head was like, oh, this looks like a video I watch now.
Right. And I think I think the elevator scene probably is the one that like I think encapsulates all that. Maybe I could say that's my favorite thing about the movie is that scene. Because when the blood's coming down, it's like you've got the iconic elevator doors, the hallway. You've got the slow motion cinematography of the blood coming down. You've got Wendy's like terrified, like mortified face. And then you've got that choir moment. Yeah. And it just really, everything hits all at once in that one moment. And it's just.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
We got a couple of
John.
The bedroom's decor here. We got the paintings in Dick's bedroom is my favorite thing.
Man,
and also,
Elliot.
John says Dick's bedroom decor. We got a couple of shout outs. And also Carissa is saying, bring back Disastery. Yeah, that's right.
I agree.
Oh, man. Dante's Peak.
We'll watch Volcano this time.
Yeah, right. So my favorite thing is, and again, this is probably on my podium for greatest horror movies. I'll disclose that, or I won't disclose that for this podcast, because we'll probably get into it at some point. But it is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So it's kind of hard to pick one thing. I'm kind of with Sawyer on this one. Yeah. But like when I think of a good horror or a great horror movie, I think it teeters the line of like being real or what's real and what's not real. And so there's if it's too fake, we get something like Gremlins or Troll or something where we or even Friday the 13th where the guy just won't die. And we're like, okay, that's not real.
Like the
and then or Leprechaun. or if it's too real, it's more of a drama, right?
Right.
Like it feels real and it is scary kinda, but it doesn't invoke any kind of mystery that we're looking for. So I think this movie, it might do it better than any other movie, because we have the like realistic part with Jack Nicholson trying to cope with alcoholism, his family, and how he probably doesn't want to be a husband or a dad. I mean, let's be honest, that's the way it comes off. Like he can't handle those things. He's struggling to be a caretaker to him and the hotel. And so you have that like realism. Those are real emotions. I mean, you have Shelley Duvall afraid of her husband hurting her or her son. You know, as a son, he's afraid of his dad. I mean, when I was 6, to be honest, I was terrified of my dad. Like my dad spanked me, and like I was terrified. Right? Yeah. I mean, I'm not anymore. But like back then, when you're 6, he's still bigger than me, but kind of. But like. You know, there's all those real moments that you actually fear, but then there's the like other side that I really like, and it's all the stuff that the hotel brings. You know, like the end shot where you see Jack Nicholson's face at the party in July 4th, 1912. You're like, was he there the whole time? Did he get encompassed by the hotel? It's kind of left ambiguous, and that kind of sparks all these different, you know, theories and ideas and I think having that mystery, seeing the guy dressed in a costume with the other dude in the hotel room, you're like, something bad happened here at some point, and you get to see all these different things that you're not really seeing. So there's the fake aspect, and so like being able to marriage those two together in such a epic, iconic way is just, I don't know, just masterful. So my favorite thing is just that it feels real and not at the same time.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Put the town on alert. Oh my God.
I'll call the mayor.
Okay, for real. I like how unsettled Nicholson is from the get-go. Right off the bat, you can tell he's just kind of a creep. He's got those crazy eyes. He does. And also, there's the scene where Shelley Duvall's talking to whoever it is when she's like, oh, Danny got hurt.
The doctor.
That was the doctor, yeah. And you're like, oh, okay, this is already bad news, right? Like, he ripped his arm out of his socket? Like, okay, that's not good. Something bad's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Right.
John says, I like that Kubrick leaves a lot of open to interpretation in his movies. Yes. I mean, he might be the best at it, right? I mean, look
David
at
Lynch,
2001.
maybe,
Oh, yeah, David Lynch.
Both of
as
them.
well. Yeah, and makes sense why he, we talk about some of David Lynch's movies being inspiring Kubrick. And also from the Illuminated Pro, we have The Shining is amazing. The details and layers are hypnotic and endlessly rewatchable. Yeah, well said. Totally agree. It is one of the most rewatchable horror movies. And I think it's because of those iconic scenes. You can just turn it on middle of the movie and you're like, oh, this is about to happen. Like he's about to go in, the old lady or like, yeah, I know, right?
No, I saw that scene as like literally like it was one of the first horror scenes I ever saw.
Me too.
I was way
That's
too
one of the
young.
first I remember. Yeah, same.
It's like literally like before I had other memories, I had that memory, and it terrified me. Just the whole build up too of him walking up to the tub and the music, and I think it was literally just on TV or something, and I just like was way too young to be seeing it.
Same.
I just happened to be flipping through the channels, and it just like scarred me forever.
Yeah. And yeah, this is actually something that's touched more on in the book. Yeah, more on. Am I right, Sawyer, on that? There is some kind of
there's
alluded to that. Now, I don't think the movie really does it that much. Like, I didn't really get that vibe. I get abusive vibe, but not really sexual abuse. But in the book, it's different.
In the book, Tony is only inside of his head. He doesn't talk with him. It's just literally like someone who's calling from him through this like psychic tunnel, basically.
Right.
But because he keeps going into these like kind of epileptic, kind of what they say like hypnotic like states, there is like moments towards the beginning when they go to the doctor. It's much obviously much more longer drawn out. Like they go to the doctor in Sidewinder and they're like talking to him and. There is a kind of like maybe accusation, but then the doctor pretty quickly is like, I don't think that's what's happening. So,
sure. Yeah, interesting. I mean, again, I wouldn't put anything off the table on this. Honk, honk, y'all. All right, let's move on to least favorite thing. All right, let's go back to Eric. I know Eric's afraid of the movie. He's a scared boy.
He is a scaredy pants. My least favorite thing is that it was really fucking good at being creepy and horrifying. So I guess my favorite thing is that it's a good movie.
Right.
Or my least favorite thing is that it's a good movie.
It's effective.
It's
I love
effective.
it.
But I had a backup because that's ridiculous. And my least favorite thing is the way that Shelley Duvall runs in like the last half of the movie. She's just like holding this knife and like her arms are kind of just bouncing and like she's not really running. She's just jumping up and down.
Yeah.
And like kind of walking.
Yeah, it's not effective at all. Another point on it, the bear the mom finds at the end is the bear on Danny's bed. Jack also the playgirl in the lobby, which is I didn't know the article in incest. That's wild. I do think it's weird that I noticed the playgirl too, and you're like, why is that at the hotel lobby? Come on, something's weird there. Kevin? was your least favorite thing?
Mine's nitpicking a little bit, but it's just like early
That's
on
fair.
when Wendy and Danny are outside, like exploring the grounds when they're finally there by themselves as a family. There's like a snowdrift that goes up to the third floor of the hotel way before they get snowed in.
Like a
Okay.
goof. It's
So
like a
it's just
goof.
like it's
Wow,
just
I
a
don't
goof in the movie, and
Huh.
but it's there. Like there might be an inch of snow on the ground. But
Right.
for some reason, there's a 25-foot snowdrift in the corner of the hotel.
That's a good call.
Yeah, if that's a good scope. Luke says a little late, but loving Eric's Halloween costume.
Thank you,
Aren't we
Luke.
all?
Yes.
He improvised 2 minutes before the episode costume. Sawyer-
22 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. What was your least favorite thing?
So my least favorite thing is like generally just like the way the movie was adapted from the book. And this is not even before I read the book, I had always heard that Stephen King didn't like the movie because almost specifically, not always, but it's really Jack and Wendy, which now that I've listened to it, I can see why. Like Jack is like Elliot was saying that he likes that Jack is crazy real quick, which I can get that, but I feel like he gets too crazy too fast. Like within like 15 minutes of the movie, he's already doing the scene where he's like looking out the window and he's like making the face, and like I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, there's like nowhere to go. I mean, it does go places, but even before I listened to the book, that was an issue I had with the movie. Was like was kind of just like I just wish that he was more sympathetic.
Yeah,
And in the book, there's a lot more time on his backstory. It takes a lot longer for him to get crazy. There's a lot of because there's chapters where you're in his head, you get to see what he's thinking and what he's battling. The alcoholism is a lot like more drawn out. Like I did like that they mention this stuff in the movie, but it's
Yeah,
like
they have
hinted
to,
at,
right?
It's
Yeah.
hinted at, but it's not really explored.
right.
And I can see why that's also kind of a good thing. Like it's like, oh, you just get to kind of you don't have to hold everybody's hand.
Yeah,
But that's why I
exactly.
kind of wish that it was 3 hours long, so
Yeah.
that the beginning had a little bit more time for Jack to be like more paternal too. Because
Mm-hmm.
in the book, Jack and Danny they're like best buddies. You know,
Yeah,
like
you don't get that sense at all.
no, like
Yeah,
he's
even
literally
just-
like could not care about Danny like the whole movie.
Yeah, just
Right.
in the car ride alone, he starts talking about cannibalism. And that's like right in the first
Right.
like, 30
Illuminated
seconds of the
Pro
movie.
agrees with Eric. Least favorite. It's probably Wendy's Rung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy's Run was actually like my initial one before I got to this, and I'm not kidding. It's just
That's wild.
But Wendy, that to the adaptation too, like
Yeah.
Wendy also is an issue because she fights back so much more in the book, and in the movies she's so
She-
passive and like
Yep.
Yeah.
there is a point for that. I
Yeah, I
read
was gonna
that
say I get why, kind of like
Kubrick wanted to set these dynamics, so maybe
more
a little bit.
scary.
Yeah, it is more scary, but it's also maybe a little bit more of a carbon cutout of like an abusive situation where she's passive and just like taking it, and like he even specifically cast her because she's the type of person that looks like
Yeah.
she would be in a relationship with someone that she was in love with more than he was in love with her.
Wow.
And so there you go. So she's really wimpy in the movie. In the book, for example, in the bathroom scene, she is like it's just her and Jack. And there's a whole scene in the kitchen where they literally fight each other, and she like stabs him in the back, and he's like
Wow,
hitting
yeah, you
her
don't
with
get any of that.
No.
And she's just completely, I mean, as John says, wimpy here.
Yeah.
My coworker who read the book did not like how movie Wendy is. Yeah, good point.
yeah.
You
so
got
that's-
it,
I
man.
mean,
You got it.
she fights back a lot more, and there's some really cool scenes with that. And that is kind of like too. He uses an axe in the movie instead of a croquet mallet. It was a roque mallet, which is apparently like an earlier form of croquet, which is like really weird to think of. But it actually made it more brutal because he actually hits Wendy like several times and like breaks her back and like busts her kneecap, and like it's much more of a knockout, drawn out fight.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, it's just more of a like cat and mouse kind of thing.
Right. And
Yeah.
as John points out, I mean, her again, I agree. Her being more vulnerable just makes it more scary.
Yeah, I agree with like I see the other side of it. I just like for me, at the very least I would want more development from Jack.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go. Elliot Smith says the ending scene of his frozen face And I think it's just over time, like maybe at the
Yeah.
time it probably didn't seem that way, but now that we've seen it a million times and it's just etched in our brains, I think
Right.
it's just become pretty silly because I agree. It's
At the
been
time, it was a
spoofed.
gut punch, though. Like at the time,
Oh
it was a
yeah,
gut punch.
for sure.
Like, it was just like because it is so abrupt. It's just you sit
Yeah.
in there and then it's just boom.
Boom.
Nope.
My least favorite thing, real quick, because it's not. Again, this is one of my favorites. I do agree with what you guys are saying. I do think the Windy Run is hilarious. But mine is was the different levels of sound. And I know this is just kind of an older movie thing, but I had to turn it up and down physically on my TV because the sound mixing. Back then, it was okay to be really loud during the music and then really quiet during the dialogue. And so
Right.
I kind of was annoyed when I had to turn it down when, every music scene is blaring something. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, but I got to turn it down. Oh, but then I want to hear him talk. And again, that's nitpicking because, again, that's really all I could come up with. And maybe some of the silly stuff we've talked about. Moving on. Who won the movie? Illuminated Pro says, are you all familiar with the original ending that Kubrick cut from theaters?
No, I didn't see anything.
I
about
didn't
that.
know if is there an actual ending? I don't know. I didn't know there was. I mean, we know that in the book the hotel burns down.
Right.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Don't read it. Let's see, Kevin.
Don't read it.
Don't read it.
Who won the movie? This is the movie podium, not the
Right.
book
Yeah.
podium.
Right.
Kevin, who won the movie?
It's kind of like a book club, but for movies,
Right. Not for books.
Not books.
not for books.
Well, my
I want
my
to talk
al-
again just so I don't let Kevin talk. So I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm just gonna say it's like a book club, but for movies.
movies.
But Eric,
Again.
my favorite thing is
It's
pretty
who won the
obvious.
movie.
It's definitely hands down Wendy and Danny because they
Yeah.
escape.
I was gonna say the easy answer is Wendy and Danny.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm going pretty straightforward here. I mean, you could put. I don't want to give away other people's answers, but you could put Jack Nicholson as an actor.
Right.
Won this movie, but
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's the obvious answer. So this is coming from Illuminated Pro. Allman comes to the hospital where Wendy and Danny are, suggesting it was all in her head. And then before he leaves, Allman gives the yellow ball to Danny. Oh, that would be wild, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
that's
Though I don't know if there'd be a point to it, right?
Yeah. I can see why they maybe cut it.
Yeah, same. Let's see, Eric. Who won the
I
movie for you?
agree completely with Kevin, Wendy and
Yeah.
Danny, because they escaped.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty easy. Sawyer.
Yeah, Wendy and Danny. And then maybe a more meta answer would be like horror in general. Like that. This
Yes.
basically was a movie that it was the first movie, like big horror movie of the '80s, which is arguably like the greatest horror decade. So
Yeah, my favorite. I went a little more meta as well. Well, I guess I went with Kubrick because, I mean, obviously he's one of the greatest film directors of all time, and the word genius does get thrown around. And based on what you read, I haven't even seen the documentary you're talking about, but like the meticulousness, if that's a word,
Meticulosity.
yeah, I like that better. That he had in this movie, in all of his movies, but from what I saw in this movie alone, is just ridiculous. Like we talk about how this movie was supposed to be filmed in 17 weeks, and it took 51 weeks. I mean, that's
a
three
little
times.
different.
Yeah, just a little bit. They had the elevator scene in general, and this is obviously not the movie. The elevator scene alone apparently like took a year from beginning to end to film.
Really?
from all the retakes and how
yeah,
much
all
it
the-
took to set up the scene. Yeah, I saw this
And
as well.
Wow.
What else did I see? Oh, 60 doors were harmed during the filming of The Shining.
I think there was 30 at least in the axe scene. Like they
Yeah.
busted through 30 doors.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
and again, I think every take they were having to do it 10, 20, 30 times.
which
Yeah.
is famous for Kubrick, but
Right.
Yeah. I mean, even in those, and we talked a little bit about the carpets. That was all picked by him because he wanted something that looked hand done. Same with Danny's sweater.
Right.
The reason he actually says he picked it is because he wanted to look hand knitted, and
Right.
he had a reason for putting all it in there, which is kind of weird. The 42 thing is
Yeah.
a different weird because he's that meticulous.
Yeah, like if he would do that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, moving on, and this might be quick, but favorite song moment or score scene? I'm going to go ahead and say the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way the intro hits and you're
You're in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like right away it hits you and you're like the deep song. I mean, just the sound that it has, you're like, what are we getting into?
Yeah, there's no preamble. Like the movie just freaking starts.
John,
yeah.
Danny's Apollo 11 sweater won the movie.
It is a great sweater.
It is a great sweater. Let's see, Eric, what was your favorite music scene or score scene?
I mean, it has to be one of the like really tense, like dissonant notes that play to like make the scene ultra suspenseful.
Yeah.
Like the way that they use music or like sounds in those scenes where otherwise it would just be, you know, like she's reading a transcript that
Right.
he's writing. But since they have that music in it,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
it's ultra fucking creepy.
And kind of, as you guys were alluding to or talked about, like it just kind of builds those
Yeah.
scenes, like
Yeah.
scene to scene, the music volume builds. Like the epicness of it and
Yeah.
the volume itself just kind of, you know, goes on this incline. It's wild.
By the
Yeah.
time they're having the chase scene in the hedge maze, it's literally like deafening. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so loud.
And the thing
Yeah.
is, you don't even realize it because it's building throughout the whole time.
But
So
then,
it's like it's slowly
but then I
getting
do realize
louder.
when I have to turn it down.
Yeah. Which goes to your
So
least
I
favorite
didn't have
thing.
to turn it down, but
Kevin, what was your favorite song moment?
mine was. I mean, it's the same thing. It's that eerie sound building, but the specific scene is when it's Danny going through the hallways,
Yeah.
and then he discovers the sisters in the hallway.
Yeah.
Asking
Oh
to
yeah, the
play
way
with
it
him.
hits.
I love the
And,
sound in that too, where he's going between the rug and the hardwood.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
absolutely
That's actually genius.
love it. Oh,
And that's actually not that wasn't intentional from Kubrick. He found that out later, like when after they had like shot it.
Really?
And
The
and he was
sound?
like, yeah, and he was like, I love that. That is amazing.
Oh, me too. I
And
did
he,
too.
yeah, he in order to do that scene too, he fell in love with the Steadicam because it was invented in
I know. I wanted to
1975.
talk about this. Yeah,
yeah,
the
and he-
Steadicam.
And so he literally recruited the inventor of the Steadicam
Yeah.
in order to operate that scene, and they had to like flip the entire rig upside down so they could get low enough and
Yeah,
use
well, I
like
heard
a
that it was
special
mounted-
wheelchair.
Yeah, I heard it was mounted on an actual wheelchair.
Yeah,
Right.
yes,
Yeah, I saw that too, and I saw that one of the first movies, I think it was like Marathon Man and Rocky were two of the first movies to use Steadicam. But really though, I mean really, really quick, how important was the Steadicam to horror, the horror genre? You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I mean, having
invented it, basically.
movement, having so much movement in a film really helps horror a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll get to the most rewatchable. That's got to be up there.
Oh yeah.
Sawyer, did you have a favorite music scene?
Yeah,
musically?
I actually had a real song. I was thinking more songs because there's only a couple, but
Yeah.
it's really interesting. The ballroom theme, which is "Midnight, the Stars and You" by Ray
Yeah.
Noble and his orchestra. That song is so interesting because one of my favorite podcasts is Last Podcast on the Left, and at the end of
Oh,
every
good name.
episode, yeah, it is. At the end of every episode, they're like playing out song is that song.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
I never put it together, but I've been
Oh,
listening
that's
to
cool.
them for a better part of a decade, and so that song gets stuck in my head all the time, and I'm always just kind of like singing it in my head. And then when it started playing in the movie, I was like, "Oh my god,
Whoa.
That's it.
that's the song!" And so I'm like singing it while
That's
it's going. I
wild.
know every like bit of it because
That's
it's just one of those
crazy.
things that when you get to the end of the episode, it always plays.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Illuminated Pro says, I like the moment when the family is driving up there. There's just a simple synth line, but it's so good. The
Yeah.
synth in this is really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. All right, next category. Does this movie get made now? So we are actually going to be skipping Does This Get Made Now? Because we have kind of been talking about this for a while, and we're going to kind of put it to bed for a little bit because the conversation just kind of ends up being very much the same. And so if anybody has any suggestions in the chat, we'll probably maybe do something in Instagram or on Instagram too, but we're looking for a different kind of category. Maybe a favorite character or a holy shit moment might be funny.
Yeah.
Language.
Some other category. So moving on.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
mean,
for
that
now
was
at
easy.
least.
Yeah, we can do the I hope it doesn't, but it probably will.
Yeah.
Or there will be a
Exactly.
sequel.
Yeah. Well, Dr.
And
Sleep.
it was
from
exactly
2019.
when it was a sequel.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah.
Oh, scariest moment. But we don't always do horror. So if there's something stepping back from that, best cuss. Ooh, because I will say Jack Nicholson can say fuck pretty well.
Yeah.
Like when he does it, it rips.
The stair scene.
Oh yeah, it's like jarring.
Yeah.
All right, so next category then becomes favorite line from the movie.
I'm
All right,
so
let's switch-
afraid. I'm
let's
so
switch
afraid
it
someone's
up.
gonna take mine.
Oh, all right, let's switch it up. Eric, you want to go first on this one?
I'll just go with Wendy. I'm home.
I know that one's good.
That is a good one.
It is.
Kevin?
I put one. It's not an actual spoken line,
I know you're
but
already
it's a
going.
literal line. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
I also read it took Kubrick's secretary
Yeah.
a full month to write that all out. It's like
Yeah, I saw that.
it's like formatted and everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
each page is like wow.
Oh,
Like,
I love the quotation one.
Yes.
Like it's cited and everything.
I also
so good.
I saw that it was recorded that her typing it was, so the notes, not the notes, but every key sounded different while he was typing.
That's awesome.
So it was that meticulous of
Wow.
getting that right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sawyer, I know you're biting
yeah, I know.
your tongue on this.
My
Let's hear
favorite was Tony's the little boy who lives in my mouth.
it. Yes.
That was like, whoa, especially coming off of the book where that's not even like a thing. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, right. That's so weird. Apparently, Danny Lloyd, I know
Yeah.
his name's Danny. They had Jack and Danny, which is really interesting. Like the
Yeah.
actors playing their own names. But Danny Lloyd apparently made that up in auditions.
Whoa.
So he like made
As
that
a
up on the
6-year-old.
Yeah. And they were like, this guy needs to be, this kid needs to be Danny because that was really smart.
Wow, that's crazy. My favorite, I have a couple. I'll go with first one at least. Little pigs, let me come in. Not by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Well, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Just like using like a tale of when you're a
Right.
kid, something that's scary, and implementing it into an actual scary movie is kind of genius.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
It is.
it is.
It's pretty awesome. I also like, I'll go again, Jack Torrance when he's sitting at the bar and he's like, "Hi Lloyd, little slow tonight, isn't it?" And then he just kind of laughs maniacally. And then Lloyd's, "Yes, it is, Mr. Torrance." Let's see, Eric, do you have any others?
No, that was the one.
Yeah, that was the
Kevin?
only one I put because all of them are pretty
I mean, we have
pretty
to say,
iconic.
Here's
Johnny. Yeah.
Johnny.
I'm about to say, no one's
Yeah.
going to do that. Here's Johnny.
Yeah. Here's Johnny.
Yeah, I do agree when Halloran's talking to Danny
Yeah.
about Shining is I don't know if there's a specific line that's really catchy, but like that whole scene or that conversation, that dialogue that he has is incredible. Like it puts a lot of the movie into perspective.
It took like 4 days to shoot because Scatman Carruthers kept
I saw
forgetting.
that.
Yeah, he kept forgetting his lines, and it was really getting frustrated. And Kubrick actually like that's one of the examples of him being sweet. He was very nice to Scatman about it and was like, "Don't worry about it. We'll get it." And then it ends up being one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. So does anybody know the last word in the movie?
Danny.
It is Danny.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Nice pull.
Because he's screaming.
Because he's
Danny.
screaming Danny.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, oh, I gotta ask that. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
The other last one I had was, "Hello, Danny. Come and play with us. Come and play with us, Danny, forever and ever and ever."
That's iconic.
It is iconic.
And speaking of
absolutely.
things that are in the movie that aren't in the book, the twins are characters, but the ghosts are not in there. The blood in the elevator is not in there. The big wheel
so he
is
wanted
not
to
in
show
there.
symbolism,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of, I mean, that is obviously a Kubrick thing. No-
It was a good way, I think, in some ways, to transfer some of the stuff in the book and
Yeah,
put it into
that's
more
cool.
visual format.
Exactly. And who's better to do that than Kubrick? Not many. Okay, moving on to most rewatchable scene. Let's see. Sawyer, will bounce back to you.
This one's pretty obvious, but it's like, which one? I think
Yeah.
I literally
It's not
had
obvious.
like, it's not right. It's like it's obvious that there are some, but it's like which one? Like big wheel scene, bathroom scene, hedge maid scene, stair scene. Like they're
I
all
know.
so good. So like which one is it? I would say maybe the big wheel scene. I think it's that and the bathroom scene are probably like, or the act scene is probably the two most iconic. So you're gonna want
Yeah.
to watch that over and over again.
Yeah. Awesome. Kevin?
Mine is one of my favorite Jack Nicholson scenes, I think, of his career. And it's the scene where he goes off the rails and starts asking Wendy if she's ever thought about his responsibilities. And slowly
Yeah.
backs her up the staircase. Like his acting is in that scene is truly terrifying. It might be one of the best scenes of his career, as I mentioned. And the line delivery with his face expressions are just undeniably one of the best things I've seen on screen from an actor. It's
Yeah, I mean, does
truly
anybody have
terrifying, and
more facial
sells it.
expressions than him? Right? Like, does anybody have more facial expressions than him?
Yeah,
Other
Jack
than me?
Nicholson is really good at playing a weird creep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
weird.
at that point, like he slowly builds up his intensity through that conversation.
Yeah.
and you can see her slowly breaking. And
Yeah.
she's just slow, and again getting backed up. But she literally goes up a staircase backwards, and before she finally hits him with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
But, it's just he was slowly breaking her while he was breaking himself.
Yep.
Right.
And that's, I mean, it's truly an amazing scene.
Yeah.
And that crescendo too, that last line
Yes.
where he says, "I'm gonna bash your brains in." Like
Yeah.
it's like for once again, for a movie that's not your typical horror movie. This isn't like you don't know you're going into. I know Halloween has already been out, like slasher. Some of these more what we now see as traditional horror movies. They had been out a little bit, but to see, like, to hear the words "I'll bash your brains
Yeah.
in"
Yep.
in that context, it just
Yeah.
hits harder than anything else.
Maybe unprecedented at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, really. Eric, what was your most rewatchable?
I'll go with the axe scene in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It looks like fun. Like I feel like I would have fun taking an axe to a door.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Also, the way the camera follows the axe is just great.
They pan back
It's
and
just
forth.
awesome.
For sure.
Yeah.
I had the big wheel. The sound, I mean, just the sound of, like, I mean, we were already talking about it, but like hitting the carpet, then the wood, and the way it follows him, and it's like, I don't know, it's just so different and so I mean, game changing at the time.
The tension grabbing too. You're just like watching it. Like,
oh
you're just
yeah, that's the
in.
thing. Everybody, yeah, exactly. John says, I like when Wendy comes to ask Jack to check room 237, and he says, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" Then after he makes out with a corpse, he returns to her and acts like he saw nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, that again,
Unhinged.
we're talking about most rewatchable scenes. Like, yeah, the bathroom scene for sure. Kubrick had to be convinced to keep the sound of the wheels in. Wow.
Interesting.
On the big wheel scene, so I hadn't seen it in a long time. So every time that scene came, I had to like disassociate a little bit because I knew what was coming, but I didn't know exactly when.
Right.
And it's cool that you can finally tell because the actual shot is like it's either they got way better with the Steadicam or they mounted Danny.
Yes, it's closer.
Yeah, it's closer, and it like the kid stays at the same spot,
Right.
and it's higher, so like you can see down the hallway more. But like as soon as I saw that the framing was different, I was like, "Oh fuck, here
This is
comes."
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I mean, I've seen this. This was probably the 5th time watching it, and last time I saw it was like 7 years ago, and yet I still was like, "Is it this scene? Is it this one? When's
Yeah.
the time when it's gonna
Right.
go?"
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and one last thing I want to talk about, and not necessarily rewatchable, but I just want to point out that Stanley Kubrick clearly had kids because the conversation in the car with Danny and his parents is the exact conversation I have with my kids every single day.
You talk about cannibalism.
Everything
It's
but
okay.
that.
I saw it on TV.
Oh, we
saw
saw
it
it
on
on TV. I mean,
on
that's
the television.
literally like something that we like comes out of my mouth, sadly enough. All right, let's go on to, well, this is an interesting one. Most likely to be the off-screen drunk. Well, Kevin, it's
Kevin.
not
Kevin.
you, I guess. You're on.
I'd say it.
I'm here.
Thank you.
I'm on
John
a good
and
streak.
Dave is definitely like a couple beers deep into something.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, but he's definitely a little drunk. Other than that, I mean, I kind of laugh at this one. I mean, because I guess my answer would be Jack for the first half of the movie.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was Jack said he stopped, but did he really?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally, the movie is about alcoholism and how a father cannot handle the realities of life and how he copes with drugs, or in this case, alcohol. Like, it's literally the movie.
And what's crazy too is it's both it's implied in the movie as well as in the book is that he's the Overlook is manifesting alcohol for him. Like it's a haunted alcoholic drink, and he is drinking it and becoming drunk.
Yeah,
like
what is he?
There's no alcohol in the hotel, and
Yeah,
in
they take it
either
all.
the book or the movie. They take it all out, and so like at one point in the book, Wendy's like he's walking around like he's drunk, but I don't smell alcohol on his breath. So like, he's acting the way that he used to be when he was drunk, but he's not. So what is it? And then it's like it's a haunted drink.
What's the line where he says like, "Oh, I give my soul for a fucking beer," or whatever he says?
Which that feels real. You hear that and you're like,
Yeah.
you better watch your words in this place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had that same thought. Anybody else had anything else on that?
I was gonna say Shelley Duvall after what everything Kubrick put
yeah.
through.
Yeah, that's a good point. Moving on to casting our friends. John would sell his soul for a soda right now. Lucky you. Did anybody have any casting on this? I actually do.
Actually, you got 3.
Kind of hilarious. to
This
me.
one was hard. The only one I could
it's
think
kind
of
of hard.
the only thing I could think of is like Daniel for turning heel, like Jack turning heel. The movie.
I love it.
I thought that Matt would be Jack because I've heard him talk to himself like mumbling under his breath to himself. Like he's just like he's carrying on a conversation with himself.
Right.
But
I have
no one
talked
knows.
to myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
we
one
all
knows what he's saying.
I do.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. I've just seen Matt do it more than Kevin.
That's fair. That's hilarious. Yep. Kevin, did you have anybody?
Yeah, I got 3.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I can start with Jack because I also casted Jack as somebody different. But I casted actually myself as Jack. One is pretty
too.
easy because it wouldn't be hard to convince me to have a drink.
Right.
And then 2, he also uses an axe as his weapon of choice.
Oh.
Down a lot of trees.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can all go through that. Crossbow for me, for sure.
So I put myself as Jack.
Baseball
So
bat.
I was gonna say baseball bat, I guess.
Yeah, with barbed wire.
Yes,
I put Eric as Wendy actually.
because of my run.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I've actually ever seen you run.
I'm sure you have.
The basketball.
It's been
in third grade.
It's been a while, Eric.
Been a while.
But trying to keep
It's
everything
been a
calm.
while.
But you try to keep everything calm and try to enjoy the situation you're in and looking at the best in it, which is what for the most part throughout the movie she is until she finally breaks. And then I put John as Danny because he's going to explore places in unfamiliar territory and just wants to see what's there, not necessarily for mischievous reasons, but for curiosity.
Right.
So he's the younger child looking around, trying to figure things out of where he is.
I feel like he would also do the hello sort of voice with his finger.
Possibly.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
oh, wait, hold on. I just came up with the casting. What's the finger guy?
Tony.
What's Tony?
Tony.
Tony is Kevin because he sounds like a smoker.
Hello.
That's awesome.
Do you
Don't
have
go
any
down
Pall
that
Malls?
road.
That's hilarious. So I had Kevin as Jack as well. So the alcohol part, and also if anybody had a breaking point, like, hey, and not to this extent, but like if Kevin's doing something, he doesn't want somebody like Beth bothering him or something. I'm guessing he's probably needs to be in the zone. And so
Zone.
I'm working. When you come in here, you're
No,
messing
it's-
with my concentration.
sure it's not that crazy, but I could see it. And then I had Eric as Shelly as well, so there's 2 for 2, Kevin. I agree. Shelly's definitely the one that would get into that, where she'd be like the victim and be, happy-go-lucky. Not that she is, but like Eric wouldn't want to mess it up or make him mad or
Oh, you're talking
something
about
like
Wendy
that.
in the movie, Shelley, the actress.
Yeah, right. Wendy in the movie. Yeah, I thought that Eric would be Wendy because I just can see him not wanting to upset Jack in that case.
I can see me being Wendy
nice.
because I definitely would not fit through that bathroom window.
Oh,
my
what
God.
what a stressful scene.
I know.
Well, also,
And
Eric
it's
would
like-
hit me if I'm Jack. Eric would hit me in the head with a baseball bat in that
Yeah.
situation very
And-
easily.
And then I had Scatman.
Drag you into the freezer.
And then I had Sawyer as Scatman because he'd be the one that gives the shining explanation.
Right. Yeah.
And breaks it down and
I
gives
love
all
that.
the info. Yeah.
So
I
here's
like
how
that-
The Shining works.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
actually-
to think you'd
oh,
be
go ahead.
smarter than to go back to the hotel.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like you would call the cops and say, "Hey,
Right.
cops, go to the hotel."
That's
Right.
what's so annoying,
Just wants to
honestly,
play.
about the movie too, is that Halloran lives in the book, and it's like a character into Doctor Sleep. Like he is a character in both books, and it's like,
Oh, the way he dies is pretty wild too.
it's wild, but it just kind of like it is rough, man. You just watch him through half the movie on his way over to the Overlook just to get killed immediately, pretty much.
It's hilarious.
He is just a vessel for the Snowcat. That's it.
Yeah, exactly it. And then I had me as Danny because talking to himself as a child, definitely did that more often than. And terrified of my dad when I was 6. So, so I had to throw that out there.
That's good.
I was really having trouble. I really wanted to try to cast Sawyer, and you, Matt, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Scatman, that was a good one. I
I could
dig
see
it.
you
That
as
one fits-
Scatman.
That one fits really well.
Yep. All right, we got 2 more categories. Let's go with: is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members? So, I mean, the obvious person to talk about first is Jack Nicholson. I think it's probably torn between. I'm guessing a more cinephile is going to say no, but to the mainstream audience, and including me, I would say
Right.
yes.
Like
I
iconic,
would- yeah.
like iconic role. Like
It's this and the Joker.
well, and One Flew-
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yep, those are probably the
But
3.
then you have like The Departed. You've got lots of his some of the other
Chinatown.
ones. China.
is-
Oh my god.
You know, that's the one he's
Yeah.
most like cinephile wise.
Right.
Is when he gets credit for.
I saw Chinatown for the first time this year. I did an episode on it, and it was
Yeah.
I was blown away by his acting. So like personal, I would say Chinatown has to be top 3.
Nice.
Has to be.
Yeah, I have to put this and the Joker on there, and
Yeah.
then my floater. I mean, it's kind of tough. There's so many. Yeah, The Departed is a really good one.
The Departed's my third, and I've got
Is
the
it?
same 1 and 2 with you.
Yeah.
Jack is my number 1 for him for The Shining,
Yeah.
Sure.
but the Joker and number 2. And it's
Which is
I
funny.
think it's because of the era we grew up in.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
That's a Joker I know and
Yeah.
grew up with, and then Costello in 3 at The Departed.
Yeah, I think my third would be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Would be my
But
third.
again, we talked about this a few weeks ago. I've actually never watched that movie, so I have
That'd be a good one.
I have a distorted opinion. It's the things that I've personally
is.
watched that I can have an opinion on.
Sure. Yeah, John points out Cuckoo's Nest is kind of the cinephile bait as well. But not as but it's kind of more mainstream cult. I mean, more so than Chinatown.
Yeah. Oh man, Chinatown's so good.
Yeah.
But
So is Wolf, or is it
yeah,
called
Wolf. Yeah, Wolf. I need to do. I know. I got that on the list.
Oh, nice.
Michelle
With Michelle Pfeiffer? Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that one from the
But-
90s. That movie scared the shit out of me. I was like 6.
Well, it is interesting. The first episode I was on with you guys was we were doing Jack Nicholson movie.
I know.
because
That's
of
what it
Batman.
reminded me of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it.
I couldn't
Oh,
remember
go
if I
ahead.
put that on. I don't remember what I did for that. I was like trying to find the old notes to see what I did for his podium.
Oh,
But
man. I can't remember. I think
now
it
that I've
was-
seen Chinatown, it's like that's got to be in
I
there.
can't remember if you did that or not.
Yeah.
And then Shelley Duvall. I know we all have Suburban Commando on there.
Oh my god,
Do you remember that, Eric?
I don't.
No.
I don't know.
You guys don't remember what? Okay.
I just
was.
know yes for
I
her
say it
'cause
as
I-
a joke because I was hoping someone would understand my joke. In the movie, I believe it's Ninja Turtles 2. There's a trailer for it. But it stars Hulk Hogan.
really.
Okay.
Suburban Commando stars Hulk Hogan, an
That's
interstellar
starting to-
hero from a distant world visits Earth and tries to fit in with a mundane yet kind suburban family.
Oh god.
So he's an alien, but he's also Hulk Hogan.
What the hell?
You guys don't remember that Suburban Commando?
No.
He like walks
Absolutely
around in
not.
these like really big pants. All right.
my God.
Anyways,
Obviously, we don't remember that.
she was also in Popeye.
Yeah,
Is a
that's
really
the other. I would say
well-known-
that's the other big one. Like as far as even to today that we could think of.
Yeah, that she's in. Also, she's in Annie Hall, which won
Yes.
Best Picture.
Yeah.
So that probably puts her. That probably puts
But
it
she
on
wasn't a big role in that.
No, it was a side character.
No, but I mean, she's not been a main character in that much actually.
It was like her biggest role up to The Shining was her little part in Annie Hall for sure.
Right. Oh, definitely. And then Popeye was kind of a bust, but
Yeah.
And also she was in Time Band, which is a pretty
Oh.
big cult classic.
Yeah, of course.
And then Danny, real quick, is in no other movie
Yeah, he quit.
other than Doctor Sleep.
Yep.
As
As,
like a
just like a
spectator.
as like a cameo.
Right. But isn't that crazy? And it's
Yep.
not because he was, I mean, again, he didn't even know he was in a scary movie. He just said he didn't want to be an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
said that was it.
We see that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like Christmas
At a
Story.
young age,
Same
he said
thing.
He didn't want to.
Right.
and his parents actually respected that, so that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, that was the same with the kid from the Christmas Story, right? Like Ralphie and some other movies that we've seen. Like some,
Ralphie,
I mean,
he was an arcade, right? No, was that Ralph? Yeah.
oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
you're
so.
right. Okay, maybe I'm.
And he was an elf.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe I'm not. I'm thinking of the wrong person there. Oh,
Right.
it's Willy Wonka. That's the one. I
Oh,
was
the
thinking.
kid from
Charlie
Willy
Oh
Wonka.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The original Charlie Bucket. He
Right.
didn't want to do anything. That's what it was. Okay, so now to the main event. Tonight we ask, does The Shining make your podium for best horror movies based on books of all time? All right, let's start with the guest of honor, Sawyer.
Okay. Yes, it does. And it was
Nice.
hard for me because I didn't know if you meant like adaptations. Like, is it well adapted?
It's
Because
your list.
a movie on its own, like The
Right.
Shining, is like just as a movie that is based on a horror movie. My three was we start with three, right? I gotta
Yeah.
get this.
Yes.
John,
Yeah, start with 3.
Yeah.
No, it's messing me up. The Exorcist, I would probably say would be number 3. I mean, it's just, especially like, not only is it just a good movie, but it's also like so iconic, like changing the face of horror, of culture. I mean, the Satanic Panic basically started because of that movie. Like, that's
Yeah,
how scary
totally
it
agree.
was.
Yep.
The Shining would be my number 2. And
Nice.
then number 1 would be Rosemary's Baby, I would say.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Because those
Nice.
are all of those are just like top tier horror movies that were all based on books.
Yeah, I mean, easy as that, right?
Yeah,
It's-
honorable
it's-
mentions would be
yeah.
like Silence of the Lambs. I mean, that's like
Yep.
it's not really horror though. I mean, it's technically kind of a horror movie.
know.
but I
I-
was like, And then
Yeah.
Candyman is actually based off of a short story from Clive Barker, and
Yep.
I love Candyman,
Same.
and so I'm like, oof, that's like a number 4 for me.
Yeah, I love.
Say I love candy.
I love candy.
I am
comma,
the Candy Man. I
Yeah.
love Candyman too. By the way,
it's a
that
great
was an
movie.
honorable for me.
Tootsie Rolls is where
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's at.
Dustin
Snickers.
Hoffman. Yeah.
Kevin.
I think Sawyer and I are kind of close on some similar things here.
Nice.
I'll go with my honorable mentions first on this one because I do have The Exorcist as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
I have Amityville Horror
Ooh, yeah.
as another one. And then a random one I actually didn't know it was based on a book is American Psycho.
Yeah.
So I put those are my honorable mention outside looking ins. I wish I could put them on my podium, but I can only get to 3. So yes, The Shining makes my list. And
Nice.
3 is Pet Cemetery.
Oh,
Nice.
You
Another
guys
Stephen
know
King.
I love that.
Yeah.
We did an episode on it. We talked about it quite a bit. I made Eric watch it.
Yep.
It
Oh, don't go that all.
No, not raw now.
see, the acting might not be the best of it, but the story of the way the story is brought to the screen is amazing.
Yeah.
Acting could have been a little better, but
Yeah.
Apparently,
Overall,
the
it's a good-
accents
it
are
is a
spot
great
on.
movie.
And I
Right.
didn't know.
Yeah.
and then Sawyer and I have The Shining at number 2.
Nice.
Number 1, I did put The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I think it
Okay.
does qualify as a horror movie.
It is. It is
I
a
had to
horror
bite
movie
my
for
tongue
sure.
a little bit. It is a thriller. It's a drama, but it's definitely a horror movie. I'd
It's
watch
kind of
this
an
one.
everything movie, and
Which is
in
why
a
it
good
won
way.
so many
I mean,
awards.
it's not a
Right.
comedy. But,
No,
I mean,
yeah, I just mean like it encompasses a lot of genres. If you go from crime, thriller, and then horror as well, it's definitely a
Yeah.
horror movie. I do agree, it is a horror movie.
so I thought
Nice.
I was walking that rope tight with that one, but it
Nah,
definitely
close
fits.
enough. Better than some. Eric?
I said yes, it did.
Ooh,
Number 3,
3 for
The
3.
Shining.
Nice.
Oh,
Number
nice.
3.
Number 3. Number 2 is Jaws.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
And
Nice.
then number 1 is what Kevin said, Pet Cemetery.
No,
Don't go down that road.
Is it really?
It's
Going
not.
down that road now.
Yeah, don't go down the road now.
I
Yeah,
can't believe
Nice.
I turned you into a Pet Cemetery guy.
purely for the fact that I didn't know that was a real accent. And everyone fucking told me that it was a main
Amazing.
accent.
It's hilarious.
That's literally why it's number one, because that's hilarious.
If you're somebody from the hills but have never been to the hills at all.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Pet symmetry.
Symmetry.
that's
Yeah,
a band, Pet Symmetry.
I listened to that episode, but I don't remember if you guys said this, but what irks me about that after I saw it like much later was that guy totally is the reason why anything happened in that movie. Because they're sitting in the kitchen and he's like not even doing anything, and he's like, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about going down to that pet cemetery. I'm telling you, you can't do it. You can't do it. And I'm like,
It is Herman Munster.
he would have
isn't it?
never done it. He would have
Yeah.
never done that if he wouldn't have said that. So he's
Yeah.
the, he's
there
the
and
problem.
showed him what it can
Yeah.
do.
Literally.
Which
and
is
then
like the
brings
best
him
part
back.
of the movie, and
It
not.
is.
It's like it kind of is, right? He speaks it to in distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Um,
It's
No,
amazing.
no,
so
no.
some other honorable mentions that we haven't talked about. The Ring is based on a
Is that
book.
based on a book? I didn't know that. That would have probably been on my podium, honestly.
The Birds is based on a short
Wait,
story.
did you say the Burbs?
No, The Birds.
I had to
There's-
bring up the Burbs. We
there's
have
Kevin with
Every
six
week.
episode streak of bringing that movie up.
Carrie,
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
What are you carrying?
Waka Waka. Psycho
Yeah,
was
Psycho is
based
a good
on
one.
a
Yes.
novel.
Yes, yes.
And Sawyer mentioned Candyman. That almost made my list actually. The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
The
If
Ritual.
the movies were better of Haunting of Hill House, I would have said yes. And
Sure.
the show is better than the movies, so
Yeah.
it's like, but it's a show, so
Right. It's not a movie. Okay.
Not the
So,
TV podium.
Yes, it makes
Show
all
podium.
four of ours. It's been a
Ooh.
while since we've had that.
wow.
Right?
Hold on.
How many
It's been a
times?
while.
Nailed it.
I didn't have Jaws. Jaws is probably my favorite but I didn't put it because it doesn't strike me as a scary movie, so I was being picky. But I don't blame you,
Oh,
Eric.
I'm Matt. I'm picky.
I know, but I don't blame you, Eric, because I love Jaws. I mean,
Yeah.
Jaws is fucking awesome.
Am I wrong though that the book came after the movie
Yeah, it came after.
or at the same
Or
time?
no,
They were
sorry. It
they
came
were-
before. It was
It did?
close, but it came. The book
They were
came
writing
before.
it around the same time, I think.
Yeah, we talked about it where he was on set and he actually got fired from the set, or he left, he
Yeah.
didn't like the way it was going or the way it ended.
Right.
So and I mean, as an author, that happened. Like we were talking about with Stephen King.
Yeah, he hated The
This
Shining.
very movie.
Right. So in that case, I did not have Jaws. My number 3 I had was Dracula.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bram
which Dracula?
Stoker's the
Oh,
one
okay.
the one
Yeah.
from the 90s.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, and again,
Coppola.
maybe it's nostalgic because we read that book in high school, and I actually did enjoy that book.
That's a
so
solid movie for sure.
yeah. Oh, in a movie, it's great. It's Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, some of my favorite actors and actresses.
Gary Oldman.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to watch that because
You've
I
never
don't
seen
think
that?
I've ever seen it.
It's been
Oh,
it's
really?
been a
Anthony
while for
Hopkins?
me.
I would love
Yeah,
to.
Anthony
I would love
Hopkins is
to
great.
come back on for that one for sure.
Oh, we should do that. That's a great one. Yeah, there are a few good Dracula movies. My number 2 is The Exorcist. I agree with Sawyer what he was saying. I mean, it's again one of the most epic and influential horror movies. And it's kind of along the same lines I explained with The Shining being some real, like you have a kid in this aspect and they're being tortured demonically, and there's the unreal part. So it does that thing pretty well as well. And then my number 1 is The Shining.
Yeah.
Yay.
Again, this is on my horror movie podium, so it's definitely one of my favorites.
We did it.
And
Very good. We did it. Yay.
We did
Oh,
it.
speaking of Hill House, I will say that The Shining, was 100% influenced by Hill House.
Really?
Because I listened to that book a couple years ago, Shirley Jackson, and the beginning of the book it is like a foreword by Stephen King, or quoted Stephen King
interesting.
quoting how much she influenced him. And he even in the book he references a lot of his influences as just references in his books. But if you think about it, Hill House is a mansion where they're compelling people to kill themselves in weird ways, and when they die they absorb their souls and they become part of the house.
Makes
So
sense.
that's
Same thing.
literally what The Shining is. It's a hotel that does the same thing.
Yeah, I mean
It's not a house; it's a hotel.
Right.
the picture at the end.
Totally
of the
different.
movie.
Right.
And the other, where you're like, well, has he been here the whole time, or is he just
Right.
being absorbed?
In the book, he's being absorbed. In the movie, it seems like he's being somehow reincarnated or something.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. Well, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah,
I hope
happy Halloween.
everybody gets some good candy tomorrow. I'm pretty pumped. I'm going as a Ghostbuster with my kids and wife, so I'm very pumped about
Nice.
that. And for all the candy afterwards, there's kids coming over where they're going to trade, and I'm going to probably take some of that.
I got to check
let's be
that for
honest.
razor blades.
Razor blades. Yeah.
Right. I think I'm putting on E.T. as well for the
Ooh,
for the
nice.
kids, but
It's a
probably
great
me.
Halloween movie.
I bet Julie and
John's-
I are gonna watch some sort
yeah.
of Halloween movie tonight, but I don't know what it is. It might be
Nice.
Leprechaun in Space. Actually,
Ooh, very good. Is that 4? 3?
Yes,
4.
that's
That's
four.
4.
I think 3 is in the hood, or is that 5?
It is
no, 3 is
Vegas.
Vegas.
5
Then it
is
goes-
the hood.
5
Yeah.
is in the hood. That's when
No,
they
I
really
can't
got
believe- yeah.
Wait, yeah, 5 is the hood, and then 6
Yeah.
is back to the hood.
No.
Yes.
They did a
Two-parter.
sequel-
Okay,
they did a
I
sequel
dropped off
to a
after
sequel?
5.
What?
There's a sequel to a sequel on that?
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
John announces Podium. I don't know which order this is in, but that's fine. It's John. Frankenstein, Psycho, Shining. That's his
Nice.
Podium. I know. I love Frankenstein the book more than any
Yes.
movie
So that's the
adaptation.
thing.
book I love.
I would have said Frankenstein easily because I love the book, but no
Yeah.
adaptation is really done. My second episode I ever did was Kenneth Branagh's version in the 90s, and it was the closest. Robert De Niro playing Frankenstein, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is
and,
crazy.
And it was the closest thing to the book, but it still wasn't there. We'll see
Yeah.
in a week if Del Toro can pull it
Oh,
off.
that's right. That's just now coming out. Frankenstein. Good plug.
Yeah, November
Cannot-
7th.
There's another
pumped.
one?
Yeah.
Del Toro
yeah.
is doing with Jacob Elordi as the monster, and Oscar Isaac is Victor Frankenstein.
Which
Nice.
Oscar Isaac's awesome.
Yeah,
So
Yes.
I'm excited.
I need to watch a trailer. I'm probably going to do that as soon as we get it off here.
Yeah.
Speaking of, thanks everybody for tuning in to our episode.
Yeah, thank you.
Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify. We're almost at 2,000. We're like 4 or 5 away. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. So if
Heck
you're
yeah.
listening to this, sub.
Hey,
So-
and,
It's just the way that you said it. Just the way that you said sub.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
where can
guess.
where can you find Sawyer?
Oh yeah, then
Yeah, let's plug Sawyer.
Spotify. You can find me on Spotify. Film Haven Reviews, Instagram, Spotify. Those are usually the main. Anywhere you can get your podcast, I'm on. So
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. And he's got, what's your horror movie for tomorrow?
Dr. X, but I did Dr. and Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I'm doing a 30s mad scientist theme. So
Nice.
there's a bunch of movies from the 30s. And I'm doing Invisible Man next week. So
Very
Nice.
awesome. You're my boy, Lou. All right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
yeah.
The credits roll now, the show is done. We watched the movie and had our fun. Thanks for hanging with us for so long. We'll see you next week on the Movie Podium.